Hi hello. A quick PSA before we begin. In the later portion of this video, I filmed with an intense caffeine crash after a 5-hour opening shift at work with no break, so I sound like I only have one brain cell and just forgot how to talk like a human. Viewer discretion is advised.
So today is pretty exciting because I'm finally dyeing my hair a different color other than orange. Oh my goodness. I just got finished at graduation practice. Graduation's tomorrow. I am caffeinated up. This is all like just pure coffee. I didn't put any cream or anything in it. Oh my god, I'm so quirky. I drink black coffee. I'm not like other girls. Yeah, I'm about to head over, get my hair done. I'm exhausted even though I've been caffeinated today. So, yeah, let's go on an adventure. So this is the finished look. It makes me look really pale, but I'm excited. I really like this color and I really like my cut and what happened with the bangs. It's different and I like that. I like look like a freaking vampire, but it's okay. I'm gonna film again tomorrow or something because I'll actually be able to style this and like gather my thoughts and do like a whole thing about my hair journey, I guess. Reflect on orange hair. So rip orange hair Justine, you will be missed.
1 week later.
And how do I introduce myself? So it's been a while. I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to film a follow-up the next day because I literally graduated the next day. So I don't understand why I thought I was going to be able to film my entire retrospective. That was kind of dumb. I have watched it since I dyed it because it's been over a week now, and this is the current fade out, and it does look kind of orange. I didn't want to go too different from what I already had because most of the clothing I own, my makeup style, like that has evolved over the past year with my hair. It seemed a little crazy to me to go and do a completely different color than what I had been used to for the past year. So that was a really overcomplicated way of saying that I wanted a similar color to what I already have. I want to get into a little retrospective of just my hair journey, I guess, because I haven't really talked too extensively about my process. Before we begin, I have never dyed my hair myself. I don't trust myself enough to do it without like screwing up and intensely damaging my hair. So I've gone to the same lady like at a salon my entire life. She's a family friend, so I've just always gone and got my hair done through her because she owns a salon and obviously she knows what she's doing. I first started coloring my hair back, I think, yeah, freshman year of high school. My mom wouldn't let me do any crazy colors like I have now. She wouldn't let me do an unnatural color. But freshman year of high school, that's when I started doing intense highlights. I used to have very like, I call it poop brown, but it's just like a very mousy brown hair color. It was very plain and flat and I wanted my hair to look more, I guess, voluminous. I asked if I could get highlights and my mom let me. Over like the years of doing the highlights, they got more and more intense. There were times where my hair looked white because of how bright the highlights were. That was the extent of what my dye or like hair coloring changes were for about freshman and sophomore year of high school. That was pretty much all I did. The end of sophomore year of high school is when my mom first let me put actual color in my hair. So this house that I go to where I can remember, and she had offered to me, how do you explain this? So I found out and the stylist I do my hair with was there. And she told me my mom and she just arranged it. They have these really like popular on Instagram types like the pastel dyes. They were semi-permanent and they're really temporary. And oh my god, I cannot speak. I've literally tried to say this sentence 5,000 times, so hopefully the 7,000th time is... I think with each sip of this caramel mocha, I'm just losing even more brain cells. So my hair evolution story goes on to its next chapter when I briefly had purple tips. I was at a family get-together and the hairstylist that does my hair was there, and she was talking to me and my mom, and she had let us know that she got this shipment of temporary dyes, and they were in the pastel colors that were really popular on like Instagram at the time, and she had offered to do it for free. So my mom's like, well, I mean, if she's gonna do it for free, then might as well. So that's when I got my purple tips. The dye though was, I went into it thinking like I was gonna get full-on purple hair, when really only my tips got dyed purple. Because it was such a light purple, it would only cling to the bleached parts of my hair. It washed out very quickly. I think within like the first wash, like 90% of it was gone, so it only really lasted about a week. But that was like my first time having colored hair. After that, I went back to my usual very bleached tips, and then senior year happened. I told my mom, I was like, you know, it's my senior year, go big or go home. I want to be known for something, and that was how my orange hair was born. I talked about it briefly in an older video of when I first dyed my hair orange and just some of my thoughts and why I did it. So if you want to check out that older video, I will put it in my bar thingy that comes right there. Over the year of having it orange, I wanted to stay dedicated and stay with the color for the entire year. I had a couple variants on the orange throughout the entire year. I was really inspired by people on Instagram who also had orange hair, and they usually had like red and orange tones. I think it's from that like Arctic Fox dye that everyone had. When I first got it, my bangs were more red, and there were red undertones throughout the whole thing, but the front was more red and dark and saturated, and the back was lighter orange and less saturated. Generally, when I had my orange hair, I tended to prefer the fade outs rather than my full-on saturated orange hair. So yeah, I tended to prefer my fade outs over my very saturated, freshly dyed hair. And now we're here with this burnt reddish kind of color. And I'm really enjoying this color. I feel like it looks more mature. Maybe, I don't know, I look 12 all the time anyway. It's orange hair, Justine's bigger sister. I just wanted something more subdued. I wanted to change definitely from the bright orange more. I wouldn't say childish, but I don't know. As for how long I'll keep this hair color and what colors I want to maybe do in the future, I don't know, because I would love to maybe do a muted blonde or muted grayish hair. I feel like if I did gray though, I'd look like an old lady with my glasses, so. But those are two colors I would definitely like to do maybe sometime in the future. Not right now, obviously. I'm really liking this color and I just got it done, so I'm not like looking to do anything crazy. I've been thinking about this lately. I really do not like blue hair. I don't think I would ever be able to do it, but lately, like, I've seen pictures of people with more of a like an electric blue or a cobalt blue, but I was seeing pictures of people with blue hair like that, and I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe, I don't know though. I'm like vocalizing this for the first time. Maybe I'll do a really crazy hair color one day, who knows? But right now, I'm really liking my red strawberry shortcake hair. I'll probably keep this hair. I mean, I would try for another year again, but it all depends on my funds during my college years, because I am not making that bread currently. I know I will not be able to afford to continue intense upkeep on my hair and going into a salon, so I will have to either take matters into my own hands or maybe just let it fade out into my natural hair again, who knows. But yeah, we'll have to just see, and I'm excited to see where this goes. If you have any products that you'd like to recommend me as I'm going into college, or maybe new colors to suggest, I don't know, give me hair things to talk about. I want to make sure I'm just taking care of my hair in general. I want to make sure it's still healthy and I'm not gonna wake up bald one morning. So yeah, just suggest me products that would be useful, I guess. I'm gonna just crash from all my caffeine and take a nap. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and have a good rest of your day or night or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye!